Hi Scorpio, this is your November 2017 general reading. So yeah, I'm getting the readings out as they come. So the way I look at it is from the moment you watch it to that moment, maybe 28 days or within that moon frame, that moon cycle. Also, it has a great deal to do with just your own work that you put in your life and the progress you make spiritually and otherwise. That's what's going to really process and allow for you to receive or experience the things that many of you have expressed that you're waiting for. So if you're returning, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming by again. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much. I truly appreciate you. And I'll be getting back to everyone's comments soon, most likely after the holiday. And there is a holiday special right now for readings, and you can go ahead and check that out below on the description box. If I don't post it right away, I'll put it there, but that information's on every description for every video, so you can just look below in the description box and it'll have the PayPal, the Moonstar Tarot. For PayPal, it has a link if you want to donate, and if you would like to schedule a reading, you would pay first and email me to book an appointment, and then from there we'll do your reading. So this was your birthday month. This was your period, Scorpio, that's coming towards a close, and Jupiter was in your house, and I think it's there. I don't know for sure how much longer it's there, but definitely there's been a pull that many of you have been feeling, as though it's like a kind of magnetically you're being pulled in. That's the sense I'm getting intuitively. Oh, and if you're new, welcome, by the way, and hopefully you'll like and subscribe, and you'll just get an idea of how I do readings as we go along, or you can refer to other videos that I have posted up. And if this does not resonate with you, check your rising sign, and yeah, just check your rising sign. Even if you just happen to flip onto it, there might be a reason. There might be something you need to hear. And you might have Scorpio somewhere in your chart, so maybe you never know. But definitely a big happy birthday to you, Scorpios. And getting back into that collective energy of Scorpio. Yeah, there's been a pull. Some of you like kind of feel like there's... I'm getting the image of magnets and just being pulled to one side, and like some people being pulled to this side, and then some feel like they're just being pulled apart almost. So it sounds painful, but it's some of you, it's part of the growth that you need to experience in order to go further into your life, in order to receive the things you've prayed for and asked for. So some of that strain and stretch that's happening is to get you ready for what's to come. So, let's see what the cards have to say. And everything's been saged and follow sun code. Let's see if some of this pulling, this shifting, I just feel like a lot of pulling, like it's just like you're still and like something's just kind of pulling you back or pulling you forward. You're being drawn in. I don't usually take flyers, but something's saying to take that one. Okay. right. Well, okay. The Magician jumped out. So the universe is definitely in to bring you some of the things you've asked for. The Ten of Cups. All right. Oh my. Okay. Oh, that's lovely. And the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. Yay! So that's really great because you have some pentacle energy here with you have wand, you have 2 Akarnas and cups. Lots of receiving is what I'm feeling, and the pull of really like that pulling, that bringing into being that the Magician, the universe is bringing in. So for many of you, everything is coming into line. Everything's coming into fruition. I feel as though some of you, though, are not totally happy with a certain situation, though. I mean, when I look at the King of Wands, I feel like there's actions that you've been putting forth and you're not really sure what the result will be. So some of you have been kind of questioning and wondering, like, you know, how is this all going to turn out? How is this going to be? And I just see a lot of, you know, being able to stay poised within that kind of stressful feeling of putting in action but not knowing what the outcome might be. So I don't know if this is in a work situation or romantic situation, whatever it may be. There's a feeling of, although you have a knowing that, you know, I'm the King of Wands, here I am, I'm the master of my actions, I'm aware of what I'm doing. I feel as though when I look at him, though, in his face, that he's just kind of looking away, and the sense I get for this reading is he's not very happy. He wishes things had turned up a little differently. But then we have the Ten of Cups, and then we have the Hanged Man. So what I'm seeing is, for some of you, you're receiving some really great stuff. I mean, you have the Ten of Cups. So whenever that comes up, then you have the Magician. And then below here, you have the Four of Wands. So I think some of you are in an indecisive place, or in a place of not knowing what to do now that you have all of this. So you have you're in the hangman position, and I think you're kind of in a daze. You're kind of in a place where you're like, wow, this is my life right now. And I think there's a bit of you're having a realization, you're having an understanding of what's occurring. I mean, I see your family growing. I see you either moving to another house, moving to a more rural, expansive area. I see a lot of things that you had wanted coming, and for some reason you're kind of in this place of, I mean, with the Seven of Cups below here, it's almost like some of you have everything coming in line, but I'm bringing this up because I think this is just the hiccup that you have right now during this time, that if you were to work on it and smooth it out, it would give you a pretty neat reception to a lot of this wonderfulness that's in your reading right here. But you're in the hangman position at some point in this frame of time, and you are thinking and contemplating and not really paying attention to the cups is what I feel like, but it's almost as though, okay, I got everything I wanted, but it wasn't in the way that I wanted. But am I content with that? So some of you I'm getting wedding for this one. I'm getting, some people are finishing, I don't know, wrapping up some matters with school or a project. But there's some sort of a celebration. It's not graduation season, so for some reason, some sort of a celebration of finality. I don't really know what it's for. Perhaps you will know if it resonates with you. When I get the Seven of Cups next, I mean, that's what brings me back to this, and the way that the King of Wands is appearing to me in this reading. Seven of Cups here. I think that your mind is, your emotions, and it's, I mean, you have the Nine of Cups next to it. So you are inundated with emotion here, but the great kind of emotion. And I think that's kind of overwhelming and confusing, and it doesn't feel like the same thing. So you're starting to look at your options. You're kind of going, okay, well, what do I got here? But you do come into your own. You do come into your knowing that, aha, okay, I do know this is what's going on. This is what I'm receiving. This is what's happening. And I got this. I'm going to receive it. Right above then, we have the Ten of Cups. So I feel as though, like, it's going to be a moment of reflection. It's going to be a moment of realization that's going to be pretty sweet. And then you enter with Page of Swords energy towards the end of the reading, which brings to me that, you know, you're coming out into a new beginning, a new start, and coming out from the clouds into the light, into facing any strong winds that come your way. You have a new perspective and a new vision of how you want to live life. And I think that being in gratitude and recognizing the gifts and the bounty that you are meant to receive as a being of this universe. You are love, so you receive what you believe you can receive. So if you love yourself enough, you'll receive exactly that, you know. So the other thing, I think I'm going to just pull some Thoth cards for clarification. So, I feel like this, like there's this bit of a blocked energy, and I feel like it's kind of in the heart chakra and the throat. I just feel this kind of apprehension, uneasiness, but you have such an amazing spread. So I think, let's see what the Thoth has to say. That's just the blank card. The maggot sand. That's what I was feeling. Okay. Ace of Swords. Yeah, you're definitely coming into receiving and coming into recognition. Maybe receiving an award. We get the Two of Wands here with the Four. Okay. 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 So, we get the Six of Wands here to connect and to bring in more clarification for the Magician and leading into the King of Wands. And there is victory. There is, you are going to be victorious with the actions that you have taken thus far. The Magus energy, I feel like there's a bit of the mind playing games with you and trying to get you to question. It's the trickster, it's the type of little mind game. Sometimes we can't believe something is happening that's so great. And, we have so many other things that seem out of the blue. This might be kind of a wacky thing or something that you were not expecting whatsoever. That's kind of the sense I'm getting. You are contemplating how to receive all that's coming in, and then the Ace of Swords tells me that you definitely break through, though, and you make those of you who take the time to be in that state of meditation, of centering with yourself. When you get into that Ace of Swords energy, when I see this, it makes me feel like you'll be triumphant in moving past the Hanged Man energy. That's not always bad, but it can be stagnant. And any glitches that were going on in your mind, any thoughts that were there, you're definitely going to push through and be able to move through that in order to celebrate and come into the Four of Wands, which is then, further communicated with the Two of Wands, which tells me, for some of you, what's coming up for me is that maybe some of you are getting engaged, some of you are just entering a relationship, you just got promoted. It's some sort of a recognition, celebration, changing in life. So what we have here now then with the Seven of Cups is the Star. So what I feel is that, you've been, when I looked at the Star this time, what I felt, and it was explaining, was that, we see the cup and she's pouring everything out. And it's this just flowing completely, and there's another cup that's pouring down below, right? So there's coming and receiving. So I feel like with the Seven of Cups, you do flip back into this kind of, well, I wished for this, and this is what's coming in. So, but I think reminding yourself what you really wished for and asked for, what you wanted, what you have given, what you have sowed, and you will understand what you have reaped. That's what helps you get into the Nine of Cups. We get the Five of Discs here, and I may want to clarify that a little bit more. But we also then get the Princess of Wands, which I think is quite a nice complement to the Page of Swords. We do have actions and we have thoughts here and thinking, and Wand and Sword energy isn't always great together, but it's not bad in this sense when I look at this, because it's in each of these figures, I just feel like one's looking away into a new setting, a new beginning, a new level of being, and here one is just kind of triumphantly swept up away, and it's a flow that I see here. So, I mean, she's interconnected with the tiger and she's flowing out. And it just, when I look at it, I feel whimsy. I feel whimsy in that it's something is very freeing and exhilarating about this new segment of your life. So I'm going to just ask to clarify the Five of Pentacles, or Five of Discs. Okay. Okay. So we get the Four of Cups then. So I think, these are just kind of the shadow aspects that are coming up with the Five of Discs: worry, wanting to hold on to things. And there is a bit of a tight sitting gentleman here, but I think, you know, with the smile on his face, he's come into a knowing of like, yeah, I got my 10 of cups, and you know, I know the 9 that I have right here, it's right in front of me. So, or perhaps there's a loss of a cup. That is a possibility. You could lose and then it comes in reverse, comes back, and you get 9. But the 4 of Cups here, it just helps me to understand more that it just helps me to understand more and gather more that there is an abundance, perhaps financially or otherwise, but it is highlighting parts of your life. It's illuminating things in your life that might bring up some worry, that might bring up some, you know, emotions that are going to come to the surface. With the 8 of Cups, you know, it's interesting because we have 7, 8, 9, 10. So you're in a process. You're in some sort of a process, and it's coming into completion, and you're coming into a new start, a new chapter. So that's pretty amazing, and it's pretty great that Jupiter is there to push that energy around and to push you and pull. So that pull that you might be feeling, whatever that is, take it and use it as your momentum and just ride the wave. I mean, this is a pretty exceptional month for you, or segment of time that from this reading on, from when you watch it. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and wrap up right here. I don't have my advice cards with me today, but if you want to do a more detailed reading, you can contact me. The information is there below. And have a wonderful holiday. Thank you so much for coming by. If you like this video, please hit the like button, hit subscribe, and thank you so much. Be good to you, be kind to you, so you can be good and kind to others. Bye now.